We are about an hour into the first panel of the Financial Crisis Inquiry Commission's hearings following the collapse of Bear Stearns, the latest autopsy underway on Capitol Hill. And today, the panelist, Warren Spector, who made his name in mortgages at the firm. Bear, at the time, had the second biggest mortgage business on the street behind Lehman Brothers. For more perspective on the fall of Bear Stearns and what lessons have we learned from it as we talk about coming up with the new rules of engagement on Wall Street, we're bringing in here Brad Hintz of Sanford Bernstein. He has been among institutional investors' top-ranked analyst for 7 years. You also used to cover Bear before it was part of J.P. Morgan.
I had a sales guy who used to pound the table and say, sell your house and buy Bear Stearns all the way up till January.
Well, I mean, the ironies are just amazing today. We just had on Tom Lee from J.P. Morgan talking to us about how to play today's market, given all the chaos in Europe. And he said the contagion issues, the long-term solvency, even though there's a liquidity cushion for Greece, reminds him somewhat of what happened with Bear and raises concerns about a domino effect. Do you see any parallels?
Well, it's not exactly the same.
Right.
Bear didn't have the friends that Greece has. So, if you look at the Germans and the French, which are really the strengths in terms of the European Union, they can support a Greece, they can help a Portugal, they can help a Spain. Given the size of the market, they can't do Italy.
Confidence crisis there, though. The, oh my goodness, what could be next part of the equation.
That's what the markets are about, right? And so you're looking for what is something that's similar. And of course, after a Greece, what would be similar would be a Portugal and of course Spain. Let's hope that the Europeans are able to stop it at Greece and that this fire doesn't continue.
But you're more worried about Italy?
Well, Italy's the one that Greece that Germany and France probably can't stand and support in Italy simply because of the size of the bond market. The Italian bond market, government bond market, is huge, and so. The issue isn't Greece. The issue is stopping the fire, damage control. Closing the hatches at Greece and holding the problem there.
Well, let's take it back home and to the focus of the day in terms of the autopsy of Bear Stearns and what happened there. On the same day, we're also seeing Senator Shelby and Senator Dodd continuing the conversation, perhaps move forward a bit with the regulation that's going to create new rules for Wall Street. What did we learn?
Well, what did we learn? We learned that tri-party repo generally had the same stickiness of commercial paper. So as a result, we were fooling ourselves with tri-party repo that it was stable financing. And you saw the street using it too much. So, one of the messages on this is either have less liquid assets or have longer tenor funding. We also learned that hedge funds, who the street always viewed as weak credits, the hedge funds can easily realize that they have exposure to the street. Historically, that was never even in the plans.